Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment on the video, let me know what you think. Melody, she made a post where she was speaking on the Houston trip, and she was stating that this was a hard time for her. It was basically very devastating, and she had to push through and basically fake the scenes because this was around the time that the whole plot, Carson had exposed Martell and Yuckmouth for plotting to release a revenge tape on Melody, and she was dealing with that behind the scenes. It was, all over social media, and she had to basically go and face her attacker, which is Martell. And she was like, why is he there? Because the way she felt, and it took everything in her not to actually land herself in jail. And I'm thinking the only thing that possibly saved her is because she knows that she got to get home to her baby. That's probably the only thing that kept her sane throughout the whole trip, where she didn't go off on a tangent and land herself in jail, is because of the Eminem kids. She probably thought about that the whole way. And Miss Van, she probably was like, my mom, what would my mom say? What would my mom do? I know I got to make it home. I got to make it back to my babies. My babies cannot make it without me. And I can understand that. And like she was saying, for the people that were saying that they don't accept fake, they need real and stuff like that. And she was, saying basically, if you don't accept it, then walk a mile in her shoes. And I can understand exactly. I cannot imagine what she had to go through to sit there, face him, be in certain scenes with him, just being seated at the same table, and be at the same table with him, and people asking her questions about him. I cannot imagine what went through her head. She probably had to take deep breath every time her and his name were mentioned in the same sentence. And she was saying, why was he there? Why was he even invited on the trip? And my question is, not even him. Why did the trip happen? And the trip probably was already pre-planned, but at the same time, they could have postponed the trip. If Carlos, anybody that them producers gave a doggone about Melody, they should have thought about it, and they should have came to her aid, and did the Houston trip when she felt comfortable. And if she said no, he can't go, because she's already like, well, why is he still on the show? And the reason he's still on the show, in my opinion, is because of Carlos, because Carlos feels as though that is good for TV. What made Love and Marriage Huntsville a success was Melody's pain. And this is why, how I believe that Carlos do not give a care about Melody at all. He can, all of a sudden start trying to be in her messages and cheering her on and trying to be a cheerleader for her and stuff like that. He wasn't doing that in the beginning. He's doing that because he know that Melody is making power moves, power plays, and he does not want to lose Melody. He didn't know if Melody was 1 foot or 2 feet out the door from Love and Marriage Huntsville, and to make sure that he knew, and to get her back in her good graces, he started to change his narrative in her face, and stop trying to act because people could see that he was not Melody's friend. he are friends. He's friends with the Scotts. He's friends with Martell. So, but my thing is, Carl, the reason why Martell was on this trip, the reason why Martell is still on Love and Marriage Huntsville is because of Carlos. Carlos feels as though it's good TV to have Martell because the pain of Melody is what boosted the ratings of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Everybody can resonate with her. Everybody tuned in to see what this punk did to Melody week after week and how Melody was going to handle it. Melody went through so much pain, and they did so much to her, breaking her down, tearing her down, and that's why the Scotts thought it was a good idea to jump on board and further beat her down. Tisha throwing in her face about the BMW, anything to bring her down, because Melody's pain is what built the ratings for Love and Marriage Huntsville, and that's the only thing that Carlos is concerned of. So why continue to have Martell on the show, and why have him in that doggone house at the Houston trip, knowing exactly what was going on? Because he thought it was going to be a blockbuster for him. He thought it was going to tip the ratings because of what Melody has endured in the past. And when she was going through what she was going through with the whole baby mama, everything, him cheating on her for all them years and throwing it in her face, all through Love and Marriage Huntsville, all these seasons and stuff, and the cast throwing it up in her face. He thinks that it's good ratings. Melody's pain, he's like, oh yes, we're getting back to what built Love and Marriage Huntsville ratings. Melody's pain. He felt as though that she will probably go that rage. He needed that rage, that pain, and stuff like that for Melody, for her to bring it, and that's why Martell was there, so he can bring it. So Melody can bring it. He needs Melody back in her pain, back when she was going through her mess with Martell. And this revenge piece situation, he felt as though, yes, we're back to where, instead of looking at it as this is a crime, this is foul, he needs to, even if they just suspended him. It's been other episodes that he's not been a part of. Why do he have to be a part of this all of a sudden? And I understand it's a cast trip, but at the same time, he could have set this one out. Y'all could have sent him somewhere else. They could have filmed him when he was in London with his friend, and that could have been his trip by himself. But the thing is that Carlos loves Melody when she's in pain. I do not, that's why I do believe that Tisha bringing Carson to Melody's tea party, I believe that was a plot. I don't care what nobody says. You can argue with your mama. Don't argue with me, because I'm sticking to my gut feelings that Tisha brought Carson to Melody's tea event to put her back in her pain, to put her back in that misery, because what Tisha loves to do is to hit below the belt with Melody. She loves to throw it in her face that Martell cheated on Melody and that Melody stayed. She loves to go gutter with Melody. And even Wanda has said, you better watch out for Tisha. Tisha is very calculating. That's why I don't have feelings for Tisha at all. I believe Tisha is the female Marceau. She's the female Martell. I do not care what anybody say. Tisha can sit up on that on this TV and act like she's the dumb blonde all she want. She's not ditzy. She knows exactly what she's doing. This girl got 3 whole degrees. She played this role like a G on the set, but behind the scenes, I don't doubt that she won't get with you. That's why she got them alleged arrest records in Atlanta, because she went up there and did some damage to Marceau's jump offs, in my opinion, allegedly. But Tisha, that's why they keep on saying the old Tisha, the old Tisha. Tisha hasn't changed. Tisha just dressed it up. She has not changed. She dressed it up and that's why Carlos keeps the Scotts around, because he knows that they will go to no end to get back at somebody, or they will carry out his little missions, his little tasks and stuff like that. Tisha brought Carson to further hurt Melody. And that's why I say, when they say, well, why was Martell invited? Why was the whole cast invited? Because the whole cast is against Melody. And that Kimmy bringing Basement Billy onto the show to attack Miss Van. Maurice letting it be known, oh, Kimmy and Melody, they're not friends. And Kimmy couldn't even bring her mouth to say, oh yeah, we're friends. How long did it take her to say, oh yeah, we friends? If somebody asks you a question, is this my friend? Yeah, that's my friend. But because she did that on purpose. Kimmy is smart. She said yes, but how long did it take her? So it let her know, yeah, she my friend, but we friends because we got this one-sided friendship. Kimmy knows exactly what she's doing. And that's why Kimmy does not want to go against Letitia, because she knows Letitia as well. Like I said, Letitia has not changed her stripes. Letitia just dressed it up. And that's exactly what what Kimmy, Tisha, Maurice, and Marceau, they just dress it up. They act like they like Melody. Same thing with Carlos. These people are just dressing their feelings up for her because they need her, because she is Love and Marriage Huntsville. She is the show. She drives the ratings, and they know it because because they're afraid to tell their real storylines. And Carlos can't risk losing Melody, but instead of him asking Melody, is she okay? Will she be comfortable in going off of Melody wishes? Seeing as though she is the star of Love and Marriage Huntsville and he needs her, he didn't care. Finally, he going to give him a trip while Melody going through her pain. Like I said, I don't care if it was already pre-planned or not. He could have postponed the trip. They could take a trip anytime. They could postpone it. They could have done something else. They could have shot other scenes or something like that. But he, like I say, he loves to get off on Melody's pain, and he knows that Melody pain is what built the ratings of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and he is only acting like he's her friend to keep her around until he can figure out what to do. Because when he sent Stormy in to harass her and her mama Betty to attack her, it failed because Stormy is no match for Melody. He thought she was because of her ghetto-ness, her loudness, and stuff like that, but she's no match for Melody. So that's why he was telling Stormy, oh, I can see you being the head of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I can see you being the queen of the show. And that's beefing her head up for her to continue to try to attack Melody, her and her mama. He thought it was funny and this, that, and the third. Not saying, well, you know what? Let's not go there because we already had Wanda to do this and Wanda continues to do this. Let me nip this in the bud. Let's not even bring her on. He brought her on after she made all them posts. So we knew that she had a mission when she came on there. Her target was Melody. Both of their targets was Melody. Carlos don't like Melody, and I don't care what nobody say, because if you had an ounce of care for this lady, you would not keep on feeding her to these doggone lions, these wolves, and trying to dress it up as, oh, a show. No, you doing that on purpose. But she continued to outwit y'all every single time. She's one step ahead of y'all, and and I believe she got Carlos' number as well. But it's like it's a time to do everything, and she has to know when to hold and know when to fold. Melody plays chess, not checkers, and Carlos, I cannot wait till you get your day. I cannot wait till you get your doomsday, because it's coming. And that's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think.